Hello everyone, I am Poonam Vohra and welcome each one of you to the Question of the Day series from CBSE Sample Paper 2025. Today we focus on question 33, which is a long answer type question in Indian economic development taken from CBSE Sample Paper 2025. Long answers require detailed explanation and a structured presentation. This question is based on a case study where you need to read it thoroughly and answer the questions that follow. Your response should be 100 to 150 words, and you must demonstrate a clear understanding of the concept, a structured presentation, analytical reasoning, and a concise conclusion. So this question will test your knowledge and analytical skills. Let's begin. Question 33. Read the following text carefully. Employment generation has remained one of the top challenges of Indian policymakers, and over the years, this has only become more complex. India has experienced more or less consistent growth in the structure of the output of the economy, especially after the economic reforms, which is measured by gross value added. However, the trend in employment did not reveal a consistent and clear pattern. These complexities have led to a wide variation in the conclusions drawn by experts and various studies on workforce and employment. Two major sources of data on the workforce and employment have been the 1. Decennial population census and 2. Nationwide quinquennial surveys on employment and unemployment by the erstwhile NSSO under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India. The nationwide employment and unemployment surveys have been replaced by the periodic labor force survey conducted by the National Statistical Office of Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation, which started in the year 2017-18. According to NSO, the periodic labor force survey data measure the dynamics in labor force participation, workers to population ratio, and the employment status along with related important parameters for both rural and urban areas. Labor force includes persons who are either working or employed or those available for work or unemployed. Some persons in the labor force are abstained from work for various reasons. Deducting that number from the labor force gives the number of actual workers. These workers are further categorized as persons who are engaged in any economic activity as self-employed or regular wage or salaried and casual labor. The difference between the labor force and the workforce gives the number of unemployed persons. The size of the labor force in the country has increased from 485.3 million in the year 2017-18 to 497.4 million in the year 2018-19. The next year, the labor force increased by 8% and reached 537.9 million. This increase was witnessed across male and female populations as well as rural and urban households. The source of this information is given here in the form of a link. It is adapted and modified. So on the basis of the given text and common understanding, answer the following questions. 1. State any two major sources of data on the workforce and employment. 2. The labor force encompasses a broader category than the workforce. Defend or refute the statement, giving valid reasons in support of your answer. And 3. Workers can be categorized into different types depending on their status. In light of the given statement, state any one type of employment. Marks allotted to these 3 questions are 2, 3, and 1. Solution. For the first question, answer is 2 major sources of data on the workforce and employment are decennial population census and nationwide quinquennial surveys by NSSO. 1 mark each is allotted for these 2. Second is, the given statement is defended. The labor force refers to the number of persons who are either employed or unemployed, whereas the workforce refers to all the people who are actively engaged in economic activities. Hence, the labor force is a wider term than the workforce. For this explanation, marks allotted are 3. And third, self-employed are those workers who own and operate an enterprise to earn their livelihood. 1 mark is allotted for this answer. In order to answer the questions related to the case study, you must read the case very thoroughly, understand it, analyze it, and relate it to the textbook information that you have. And then you can answer the questions, and you will find that for some questions you can get the answers from within the case study provided. But for questions where you need to give your own views or where you need to defend or refute the statement, you must have absolute concept clarity. You must have understood these concepts and think critically to answer the questions. To answer it well, you need to practice answering these type of questions. So keep practicing, stay curious, and join me tomorrow for the next question in the series. Stay motivated and keep learning. See you in the next and the last session of the series. Thank you.